So welcome to another episode of No Fluff, No Passes with the evil twin. What's up, brother? It's good to see you back in the building. What's up with you? Well, bro, I'm glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back. And you know what? I'm glad that you're talking about the Galaxy Z Fold 5. The wish list, right? We do this every year, right, brother? All right. It's because, look, I got some things that Samsung need to change. And you know what? Let's go and discuss it in this video. So as we at the reset of 2023, we got a lot of up and coming smartphones like the Galaxy S23 Ultra. But in this episode of No Fluff, No Passes, we want to talk about our wish list for the new Galaxy Z Fold 5 that's coming out in a few months. You know what? We both love foldable phones. It gets the job done in a lot of different aspects. But we're gonna give you 5 reasons, 5 things that we want to see on the up and coming Galaxy Z Fold 5. We're gonna have some fun. So sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, y'all? We are back with another episode of No Fluff, No Passes. So the Galaxy Z Fold is a device that I use every day for work. It has a nice narrow 6.2-inch outer display, and when you open it up, it has a huge 7.6-inch inner display. So you get the best of both worlds, having a smartphone when you close it and having a tablet when you open it. But you know what? It does have much more. Some unique features that I use on a daily basis for work. Stuff like Samsung DeX. That's something that I use all the time, brother. Samsung DeX. And also some other business features like using the S Pen for document signing, which is really good. They're very important to me. Some edits with PDF and signing PDFs also is very important to me. But with the up and coming Galaxy Z Fold 5, we want to see some changes, right, brother? We want to see some changes. But you know what, brother? I'm going to let you go first. Go to give me number 1 on your list for changes that you want to see with the up and coming Galaxy Z Fold 5. Look, this is going to be the 5th generation of Galaxy Folds. The 5th generation. So Samsung had enough time to get it right, to figure out some stuff, brother. That they have enough time. I mean, the 5th generation. This is not the first. This is not the second. This is the 5th generation. You know, this is beyond what I believe that Samsung have to do to get this right. The first thing that Samsung must do, without a doubt, is battery life. Listen, man, I'm just so sick and tired of all this advanced technology. 200 megapixel cameras, everything else, but you're only getting 5 to 6 hours of screen on time, 5 hours of battery life on the Fold. Look, when I do business, touring with customers and clients, doing some inventory, it takes hours to do that. Hours. And I need a device that will work all day. Look, I don't want to worry about battery life, but unfortunately, all the advanced technology that we have, we can't get battery life right. It's kind of unacceptable that we have this type of battery life on a almost $2,000 phone. It's kind of unacceptable. I mean, Samsung could talk about all the cool features of the Galaxy Z Fold and all the stuff that's light and better cameras, better this and better that, but cannot deliver on battery life. That's something that they have to do. Look, I'm all for a little thickness on the device if you can put bigger batteries in this device. 4,400 milliamp batteries is unacceptable. Listen, it won't cut it. Samsung need to put 6,000, 7,000 milliamp batteries in these devices. I can't understand why Samsung be relying on Snapdragon processors to better the battery life on their devices. We need to have a bigger battery on the up and coming Galaxy Z Fold 5. You know what, brother? It's kind of, it burns me up to talk about battery life in 2023, but that's number one on my list, better battery life. Yeah, brother, I agree with you as far as battery life. Look, doing a lot of business work does requires extended battery use. So Samsung definitely have to get on the ball with battery life on the Galaxy Z Fold. I mean, a lot of things that we do does require, battery life, especially in the work industry. So that's a good one, brother. That's a good one. But you know what? My number 2 on the list is pen support on the outer display. Look, I don't want the S Pen in the device. I know a lot of rumors has it that, they want the S Pen in the device. I don't want that. Let me tell you why. It's because when we use the pen, we like the pen a lot larger. The pen in like the Galaxy S22 Ultra is very small. And for a long period of time, your hand would get fatigued. So we want the bigger pen. Look, I already know that it will require a case to house the pen and carry it. Listen, as a business owner, and I do a lot of business work, I carry pens all the time. So having a pen is no big deal for me, but I do understand carrying a pen is something a lot of people don't do. But I do want the bigger pen. Also, it would be great to have pen support on the outer display. Sometimes you don't want to open up the device to take notes and stuff like that. Look, using the outer display, you can take notes and you can sign documents. And I can do a lot of business work with the outer display versus opening it up to the inner display, using the pen. I hope Samsung finally give us pen support on an outer display because it's vastly needed. And we've been hearing this rumor for years, but hopefully Samsung will hear our call for S Pen support on the outer display. So that's my number 2, brother. That's my number 2. Well, brother, I agree with you on that. And listen, we've been hearing rumors that we was going to get S Pen support on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. It never happened. So hopefully we will get this support on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Look, I don't want the Galaxy Note pen, that's in the device. Samsung gonna make an excuse to put a smaller battery in it. And plus, it's too small, brother, for long-term writing. So look, the Galaxy Fold and the Galaxy S23 Ultra, the Galaxy S22 Ultra is 2 different devices that I believe is catered to 2 different users. So I would agree with you. I'm not worried about no pen in the device. We want the bigger pen because I utilize the pen for a lot. So I agree with you. You know what? Let's talk about number 3. Number 3, design. Look, sometimes using the outer display is a bit awkward, right? It's kind of awkward because of the narrow aspect ratio of this thing. 904 by 2316, which is a 23 by 1 by 9 aspect ratio. Look, I would like to see a more wider aspect ratio in the front, the outer display, something like a 19 by 9 aspect ratio. It'd be very nice to use the outer display for a lot of work. The form factor of the outer display is very important. Look, the form factor on the inner display is fine. 7.6-inch display, or maybe Samsung could go up to 8-inch display. That's fine. The bigger the inner display is just great. More icing on the cake. But I would like to see the outer display being a little more user-friendly, like the Oppo Find-N, right? That's a very good outer display, right? The outer display on that device is perfect. But it's time for Samsung to do some design changes with the up-and-coming Galaxy Z Fold 5. It has to happen. It's tired of the same old. It's time to make a change. The aspect ratio on the outer display needs to change. But that brings me to number 4 on my wish list. A more quality inner display. Look, I've been seeing a large amount of people that's been using the Z Folds for a very long time. And they've been seeing issue after issue. Screen protectors peeling off, right? Dead pixels in the middle of the display. They've been seeing that. I've actually made a video about my screen protector bubbling up in the middle of the display. So I want to see Samsung give us a more quality display as far as the inner display. I mean, listen, you can use Samsung warranty, right? That would be great. But here's the problem with this having Samsung warranties. You have to send that device back. You have to have a backup device, right? Because you have to send the device to Samsung for repairs. That might take about, 2 to 4 weeks to complete. Listen, in the real world, most people don't have 2 or 3 devices. So if you take your Galaxy Z Fold and send it in, for 2 or 3 weeks, what kind of device is that you're going to have to use while your device is being repaired? Listen, this is a almost $2,000 device, right? The inner display has to be better. The screen protector has to be better. Listen, for a long period of time, you don't want to have cracks and stuff in the middle of the display. You want to use the Z Fold for years to come. So hopefully Samsung will hear our call and fix that inner display. And that's number 4. Wow. That's crazy that we have to talk about quality control on an almost $2,000 smartphone, right? $2,000 that you're using daily for long-term use to have display issues. Samsung has to get it right. Samsung has to get it right. You know what, brother? And that takes me to number 5. Number 5. And this one here is something that my ultimate frustration. The camera system. Look, don't get me wrong. The Galaxy Z Fold cameras are better, especially on the 4. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 cameras are better. But you know what? $2,000. Just keep that in mind. Look, this device is supposed to have the ultra premium cameras on it. It needs to have the best cameras in the game. Look, it's so frustrating that we got to talk about cameras on an almost $2,000 device. It's supposed to have the best cameras in the game. Look, a lot of people talk about the inner display camera. You shouldn't use the inner display camera because it's so crazy. The inner display camera has the worst quality on any smartphone today when it comes down to latest and greatest devices. It's kind of embarrassing, brother, that's for Samsung to compromise on quality in order to have a full display, to have the camera underneath the display so you could get a full display out of the inner display. It's just kind of embarrassing for Samsung to do that. Look, don't put the camera on the device if you don't want us to use it. It's no way that you could justify paying almost $2,000 for a smartphone not to have the best cameras. I don't understand that. I mean, that's kind of frustrating for me. Plus, the rear cameras, even though they're good, but they're supposed to be better than the up-and-coming Galaxy S23 Ultra. These cameras are supposed to be better than that. It's no excuses why Samsung it shouldn't put the best cameras in the game on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Surely the Galaxy Z Fold 4 cameras was better, except the inner display was not that great. So listen, it's no excuses for Samsung not to put the best cameras on the planet on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. And that is number 5 on my wish list. What you guys think? Tell me your top 5 things that you want to see on the up-and-coming Galaxy Z Fold 5. But you know what? If you want to see more Galaxy Fold videos, I got a playlist for you. Click it right there. Yes, click that video right there. I got a huge playlist. So if you want to see more videos of the Galaxy Fold, click the videos right there. Thank you, brother, for coming through. This is Eric and the Evil Twin. See you guys on the next video. Peace.